Hey friends, and welcome back to the cube. Oh my goodness. For you guys, it's probably only been like a couple of weeks, but for me, it has been an insane time. Okay, look, I have been sick the entire time that we've been playing on this server. Legitimately the entire time. Maybe I've had a week off of being sick, but for the most part, I've been really sick. And in last episode, I didn't even have a voice. So instead of continuing to try to make content, I decided, you know what, I should probably take a break. And take a break I did. It has been 2 months. 2 months since I've last done a formal recording. However, I have also been doing a few recordings here and there on the server. So please enjoy this quick montage of the last 2 months. Oh, that is terrifying.
I made this earlier.
Oh, look at this. Oh,
I'm gonna make some ladders real quick, and if you want to just start, you could just keep doing that.
okay. I think I just found some. I did. Okay. I just go down like this.
Yep.
Oh boy. Oh my gosh. I love it. It's perfect. Let's clean this up. Do.
I think I might just be crazy.
Just get some emeralds.
Question.
Yeah.
Why is that librarian walking out of the barn?
Well,
I'm ready to see what you have made.
We've got. I've been a little bit. I kind of went into a fugue state and just built some stuff.
Oh.
Over the past few days. So I finished the Grand Pumpkin Pie Company.
Ooh, okay.
Diner. It's a diner / pumpkin patch.
Uh-huh.
If you start over here,
Uh-huh.
you just look at the name of each of these dogs as you get closer to the building. They're the pumpkin protection pups.
Wasn't that beautiful? Anyway, I am back now and there are so many things to do and I have so many ideas. I have been very much creatively inspired over these last 2 months and I have so many things that I want to do. I think one of the biggest things I really want to address this episode is actually this building. I did end up putting a window in it, but I was going to have it be like a bakery food area, but honestly, ever since getting villagers, we've had access to golden carrots, and I just don't really see a point in making this a food court shop thing anymore. That being said, I am going to do something with it. Something I decided while on the server with Nate is actually that I want to make everything super detailed. I am really bad at details in buildings, and when Mystery built that, I was so impressed by how many just like little details are up there. Like they're so high up and I would have never thought to put them in there. So I've decided that this server for me is going to be a place where I can put tons and tons of detail into whatever I do. I mean, even this path is more detailed than what I would normally do, which is saying something. Hello, kitty cats. Speaking of detail, I want to do more with my house. My lovely house, I kind of left it as like half finished for the sole reason of we didn't have a lot of materials or wood to build with. However, now that we do, I mean, we have access to all this stuff now, I might as well try and do something a little bit more with it. My task today is to really focus on my house. I have a lot of things that just need to be finished, like this little basement area here. What am I doing with that? I don't know. And I have all of my lovely kitty cats just sitting out here in a place where there should be glass. And up here, I also decided that I want like a little window over there because when I'm in here, I cannot see the sunset, even though the sunset's like right there. So I really want to have some sort of natural light coming in here. I'm still unsure what I want to do with this main floor here, and I'm not entirely sure really what I want to do with this area either, but I know for a fact something I do want to do is have down here be like a little cat paradise kind of area. By the way, in case you've been wondering, I've been collecting all of these cats in between episodes and off camera. Honestly, taming cats takes so long that I just couldn't record it. But I have most of them now. You look a lot like my toasty cat. So anyway, now that I have a very loose plan of what I want to do down here, let's hop into building it and dancing with this horse. All right, here we go. And there we have it. I am really actually kind of proud of how this turned out. I had the idea to do like a little fish pond, so I am going to have to like go and gather those fish at some point. We have the little cat tree. I think it would be nice to put like a bed and some cat bowls, but I've been working on this for longer than I would like to admit. So I think this is where I'm going to leave it for now. I did redo the floor in this area. I still don't know what I want to do with it, but I do know that I have no idea what I'm doing with this horse. So yeah. But anyway, now that we have this kind of fully done, or as done as I want it to be for right now, let's go up here and just do a couple of more details, shall we? I definitely want a window here. I don't know if I want it like this big though. Let's see. Oh yeah. That's good. That'll let in some natural light. All right, and let's pop one over here, except on this side, I think I really only want it like this big. Just enough to see. Oh my goodness, I'm already loving it up here way more with all the natural light. And look at this, I can actually see when the sun is going down. Maybe I'll put something on that roof just for like me. Also, that big pillar in the background, I believe is actually going to be a clock tower. So that'll be fun when it happens. And then I have a really good view of the Rapunzel Tower from here. Oh, I love the view from here. And then just to add a little extra flair to the view from that one window, I decided to decorate the outside of my house. Ooh, I really like that. It does render that balcony like a little bit useless, but I never go on it anyway. So does it really matter? And then from in here, if we go up, oh, they're little flowers. It would be nice if that was grass, but I can work on doing that later. I have silk touch. And last, but certainly not least for this house, I finally have a window here. Instead of it just being an open little thing, I finally have a window. Oh my gosh. Maybe I'll just put like trapdoors to detail that. Yeah. That seems good. Alrighty, I think that's where I'm going to leave it for my house for right now. I really like the progress that I've made on it today, and I do want to continually update my house throughout this series. But for right now, let's focus our attention over here. So over here, Nate started building a lot of stuff. Nate built this pumpkin pie place and added a second floor to the wizard's tower, and it just looks amazing. I absolutely love it, especially in here. I really like the detail. I mean, this looks like something that they would put in like on a postcard or something. I don't know. It just looks really, really cool. And I love all the detailing with the candles, and they even having things like under the stairs, even tucked way back into the corner. Nate did such a great job with this. And also Nate created this, which lets you know that the bee house is over there. And also this little picnic bench, which is just adorable. Nate's been doing a really good job with the detail, and he's kind of the one that inspired me to work on my detailing. But going a little bit farther over here, we have the little bee house that Nate did, which again, super awesome. These are just like colors and textures I would not think to work with. All of my colors and textures are pretty like monochromatic and very subtle, like the planks. But Nate just really goes for it, and I really, really like that. Speaking of details though, Nate made this bridge and said, I don't want to do any more work on it, but I want it to be more detailed. So I offered to take on this bridge project a month and a half ago. It's been a while, but I really think that we can make this look super, super amazing. So I don't have that much scaffolding, so I'm gonna go grab more, and then I say that we work on this bridge. And we are back. Look at this. Oh my goodness. I'm actually really, really proud of this because I went into this bridge design with like almost no plan. I was initially thinking about doing like a little droopy bridge because it kind of fit well across the ravine. And then I was like looking up a few bridge designs to get some inspiration, and a lot of them were arching over like how the roof is kind of. But neither of those really felt right. I really liked the original bridge that was in place anyway. I just kind of wanted to expand upon it. So I did actually just leave this here. There were a few things that I changed along the way, but for the most part, the original bridge is intact. Also, we have discussed off camera a couple of times about what we want to do in this ravine here because it is very big and very deep and very scary. And so we were thinking about doing like a glass pane fog effect thing down there, which would be really, really cool, but it's going to require a lot of glass, which is why we haven't done it yet. But this, I kind of wanted to design with that in mind. Like, this entire world that we have is a little bit mystical and a little bit magical. And I kind of wanted to tie that in a very small way in the bridge. So that's why these posts are just hanging down and they're not really attached to anything. I just thought that it kind of fit better if it looked like it was just kind of floating and holding itself up over this little ravine area. But yeah, overall, I'm very pleased with how this thing turned out. And looking at it from this direction, actually walking in this way, it kind of made me realize that right here, this area right here, is pretty empty. I mean, we have this bench, which I really like, but I feel like there should be some sort of like public art display or something here, something that feels more community driven, like it was put there for a reason and not just another building. So maybe keep an eye out. I don't know exactly who's gonna do that, if it's gonna be me or one of the other server members, but I think that would be pretty cool. Anyway, watching the sunset from this side of the bridge is just, it's so cool. I did it a couple of times and it was awesome. And then Nate logged on and I showed him my bridge and he had a few extra suggestions on how to make it look a little more deliberately cut off at the bottom. Yeah, we'll figure it out later. Oh!
You good?
I have a little bit of bad news for you guys. After I recorded that last little thing with Nate, Nim and I started kind of messing around with a few things, and we found a spider spawner, which, oh my gosh, awesome, spider spawner. We finally have consistent access to string because that monstrosity behind me does not produce any spiders. So awesome, spider spawner, woohoo. And then we were like, oh, you know what, we should decorate it. And I'm like, oh, well, it's just gonna be a very simple build, right? So I'll decorate it off camera. And then I did. And then I decided, okay, well, this is really good and I really like it and I'm really proud of it. And, you know, it's okay. It can just be an off-camera thing. Not everything needs to be on camera. I'll show it off I'll show it off later, right? Then I decorated a little bit in my basement off camera, which I was like, I'll show it later with everything. And then I started collecting copious amounts of glass, hence why my experience level is 84 when it was like 20 something. And then I also started collecting a lot of like dye and stuff. Anyway, all this to say, I did a lot of stuff off camera and I didn't mean to. But you live and you learn. Then Nate and I streamed us placing all of this glass. If you want to check out that stream, you can head on over to the VOD channel, or you can catch me over on Twitch at twitch.tv/mouse_McChicken. But what we were really going for is this really nice fog effect in this little hole here. Oh, it looks good.
I just fell in again.
Alrighty, everyone, that is all the time I have for this episode. Thank you all so very much for watching. I really appreciate it. But until next time, drink some sleep. Okay, bye!